The only thing that brought about a kind of fisticuff at the ShopRite was when policemen came there. People were surprised that why would police come, but they didn't know what we were there to do. So they became very tensive and tired, So that was the only thing. It wasn't an attack.
Welcome to Informant 24/7 studio. We have with us the PPRO Kwara State Police Command. Good morning, sir.
Welcome. Good morning.
The most recent phenomenon, and that is the xenophobia attacks in Nigeria. This is Kwara State. Do you have any xenophobia attacks crisis in Kwara State?
Actually, first and foremost, I'd like to tell the good people of Kwara that the person we have in the helm of police affairs in Kwara State is a thorough professional. Who is a man who is very, very proactive. And even never before the noticed attack in some part of the country, he has put up a kind of resistant policemen posted around all foreign investment, not only those of South Africa, every other investment that are situated in Kwara State. They are being fully policed by uniformed policemen and intelligence officers. So we don't have any fear.
But we heard of a lot of attacks in several states.
Yeah.
And even in Kwara State here, we've seen people complaining about ShopRites and other MTN offices. And do you have any security?
Actually, in Kwara State, let me say it's about 2-3 months ago when this issue came up. I think some students in Kwara took it upon themselves to go out to show their grievances by way of visiting some of the investments the South African had in Kwara State. But they were there with policemen, so no issue. But that one gave us the reason to believe that anything could have happened, and that was why the Commissioner of Police directed that policemen should guide all those areas. The only thing that brought about a kind of fisticuff at the ShopRite was when policemen came there. People were surprised that why would police come, but they didn't know what we were there to do. So they became very tensive and tired, So that was the only thing. It wasn't an attack, and the only issue that came up was eventually resolved. And ever since then, we've been enjoying peace, and all those areas are secure without any form of.
So with this, you are reassuring Kwara State?
Yes, I'm telling the good people of Kwara they should go about their normal business without any fear of attack from any angle.
Thank you very much. At least we can continue on other issues. I want to see a relationship between drug addictions and cultism. We've seen several locations in Kwara State where we have cultist attacks. And you see, researchers have brings about relationship between drug addictions and increase in cultism. And we've seen that in Kwara State too. What is your force doing about that too?
Normally there is no crime, there is no heinous crime that can be carried out by anybody without an influence of drug.
Yes.
We have discovered that by the kind of people we arrest. The more we arrest them, after they must have gone through there's something we call the sober period. After the influence of that drug has waned from whatever they have taken, we discover that they will begin to look surprised. Are you sure I'm the one that did this? That is to tell you that when they were doing those acts, they were acting completely under the influence of whatever drug they must have been taken. Yeah. So there is no heinous crime without the usage of drugs. And all these crimes we are talking about, cultism, kidnapping, armed robbery, and the rest of them are done by people that must have taken one form of drugs or the other. So we know that. And what the command is doing, the Commissioner of Police believes, number one, that's Kayode Egbetokun, believes, number one, that fine, let us dialogue. And how do we do that? We call that advocacy. We talk to these youth. The Commissioner of Police has had course to invite the youth, the student union, especially the ambassador, youth vanguard, and many of them.
Yes.
The youth parliament,
yep.
the current president, speaker, and the rest of them, they've come, and the Commissioner of Police has discussed with them. Personally, I've gone to secondary schools to talk to them. Most times, they invite me into tertiary institution, University of Ilorin, Kwara Police. We've been there to talk to the people. We've gone to so many secondary schools. in Ilorin Metropolis, where we talk directly with the youth and they ask questions. I will tell them the effect, disadvantage that is in issue of taking drugs or being lured into cultism, because this issue of cultism had even it has left the four walls of the higher institutions now to every nook and cranny. Okada riders are cultists. Youth organizers, some of them have joined this cultism and the rest of them. So the command is doing a whole lot. That is why we are partnering with the schools authority. We are partnering with the community leaders, religious leaders, and don't forget that what we do now, the principal policing strategy now is completely a community oriented policing. We do our policing with the support and cooperation of members of the public, all the stakeholders. So that's why sometimes we even tell people that security is no more the business of police or security agencies alone. It's the business of every single individual in the community.
So you just talked of you talked of community policing.
Yes.
See, the agitation for community policing in Nigeria is at the high side. Here in Kwara State, we have vigilantes group. Do you have any relationship with vigilante groups in Kwara State here?
You know, when we say community policing, is just to let people know that the police are not alone. Without the society, without the community, there wouldn't be police. So we should work together. And we are partnering with every stakeholder. When I mentioned stakeholders, including vigilante, hunters, traditional institutions, religious bodies, everybody we're working together.
Do you have OPC in Kwara State?
OPC, yes. I don't think I've no OPC for now. I'm not sure there is any.
We've had some instances that people put in clothes of OPC, with inscriptions of OPC.
You know, we are in democracy.
Yes.
We've also had the situation where you see people wearing Manchester United jersey, wearing Arsenal. So anybody can wear anything. So far, he is not using the cover of that cloth to perpetrate any evil.
So with information, we doesn't have OPC in Kwara State?
I don't think we have OPC. Nobody has come to me to say, okay, we are OPC.
Okay.
But I know we have other groups that are identifiable, that are working together with us. The Man O' War, the Boy Scouts, the Vigilante group, and even in Kwara, we have different Vigilante groups. We also have community policing, vigilante in some area too in the lorry here. So we are all working together.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Today in Kwara State, we have a new zonal office of EFCC.
Okay.
And we've seen a lot of arrests, a lot of investigations, and there are a lot of complaints from different angles that EFCC are doing a lot of job here in Kwara State. Do you have any relationship with EFCC in Kwara State?
I shouldn't forget that, like I said, all other security agencies in Kwara, we are part of the same family.
Your partners.
All of us are working together.
Yes.
And I also tell you that the Commissioner of Police in Kwara State, that's Dsp Ajayi Okasanmi, is the chairman of all the security agencies in Kwara. So we hold meetings together, we synergize. If there is a need for us to do a joint operation, we do it. And we share information and share intelligence also. So we are working together. So it's not that one group is working in isolation of the other group. If we have cause to work together, we work together. If there is reason for us to share intelligence, we share intelligence. We are working together, every one of us here in Kwara State.
Yes, a lot of people do complaints again about the way the police officers handle civilians here in Kwara State, especially the Okada riders. You see, in different instances, you see them fighting with police officers. And some of them, when you ask, the problem is they say they want to extort us from 10 naira, 20 naira, but Oga, funny, and it becomes a festival. What have you gotten any serious?
Actually, what I have to say about that is that we're in a society where nobody wants to do the right thing.
Yes.
You should know that. Even Okada riders, a larger percentage of the people you see riding Okadas, they don't have particular papers for their motorcycles. Some of them they don't have headlamps, they don't have all the things that they're supposed to have before even putting that motorcycle on the road. They don't have them. And when a policeman stops to ask, the belief is that the policeman wants to extort. And you know, the society we are in, the perception there is already, the way they see with police, he wants to collect money. That is the perception. And I can tell you, the Commissioner of Police we have now has made it clear to every single policeman in Kwara State that he can tolerate anything, but not issue of extortion. Collection of money, incivility to the members of the public. All those things are part of what he has started doing in Kwara, and the effect has already percolated. It's going down to the least constable in the police. They all know, and I can also give you for free that even yesterday, the commissioner of police gave awards to a number of policemen that has done so well within the last 3 months, which is the first time we've done that in this state. They gave certificate of commendation, gave monetary award for those people that have been doing very well, and that is to encourage them. And at the same time, I would like to tell you that about 17 police officers too were punished. Some of them are in the process of ordering trial. Some of them have received their punishment. Some of them were discharged. But that is, I'm just telling you to know that the commissioner of police has seen all, and he knows where to hit the nail on the head, and he has been doing that. So if somebody is telling you that policemen are stopping Okada people because of extortion, as I cannot tell you it is a complete lie, I can tell you 80% of these things people are talking about is not so. Because there are no way in a congregation of about 300,000 persons that will not see few of them that will go off the line.
Yes.
But the CP and every other senior police officer in Kwara State have been trying to make sure that all of us do the right thing. So if anybody is trying to be extorted,
yes,
we give out numbers.
Yes.
We have emergency numbers out there that they can call. They can call the number of the commissioner of police. They can call my number to tell us that at some point somebody is trying to extort them.
Thank you. Your last word, sir.
Cooperate with the Nigerian police, volunteer information for the good, to provide enough security for everybody. We are here to serve you, and serve us by giving us information and cooperating with us.
Thank you very much for coming.